And I think we're powering up our engines here, Rez. I hit
Sweet.
start streaming, but I'm not seeing any kilobits and kilobytes going yet. I think we've got a delay, and it's queuing it up, so that's what's going on. So we are looking
Sweet.
at some airplanes here, and let me share my screen to you so you can see those.
Yep,
Please
I'm
stay
doing
on.
the dance right now, getting mine set up too.
And we're getting ready for SATAC 2023.
Yeah, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm happy. I think I'm
You
happy.
you sound very chill today. Are you gonna bring the excitement?
I'm gonna bring the. Am I gonna bring the panic? Am I gonna bring the panic? Yeah, no, no. I'll try. I'll try. I'll try not to bring the panic.
I'll bring it. I think everyone loves it, man. They
I
really
get.
do.
I sometimes get a little too.
No,
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 you don't.
no,
You don't think so?
no. You're good.
Okay. All right.
All
Where
right,
is
get
our? Here's
that
our
set up.
dice roll calculator, and we're gonna run a
Okay.
total of 3 dice. It is 3 dice, if I'm not mistaken. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 by 6. And we're going to put that up on the screen here, and we're going to roll the dice for the map. There's the roll. Rez, tell me when to stop.
And stop.
Actually, you know what? I'm actually going to do it different. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do it like this. One die with 18 sides. So let's try again. Starting to roll now for the map. Rolling.
And stop.
All right, map number 2. Wow, a lot of love for the
Caucuses.
number 2.
Yeah.
There we go. Roll that live, and let's look back on our teams. So, SATAC 23, and we've got two forces of mayhem to face each other. On one side, we have a team that's been around for quite some time and that has flown competition for quite a while, and that is Team WDF with their
Yeah.
Wonder Woman
They've
looking like logo.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you see them in pretty much every competition. Like they're definitely active in the community. Speaking of community though, we do have DDCS that they're going up against. And this is their first competitive flight, but they're longtime members of the community too. You might know them from the Dynamic DCS server. Um, so yeah, this should be pretty good match here. You know, this is I think a theme that we're seeing. Last weekend we had a team doing their first competition too, which
Yeah, it
was
was
it's
BK versus
awesome to
Alamo.
see. Yeah, BK and very similar. BK runs their own Bravo Kilo servers, so we're starting to see a lot more of these servers kind of foster teams, which is awesome.
Now, here's a curveball question for you, and
I
that
love those.
is, and that is,
Whiskey.
well, here's the crazy thing. Is there
Okay.
a possibility that the fact that they were saying open beta and stable is going to merge, is this a sign
Mm-hmm.
of things to come? The PVE guys kind of coming across to the PvP multiplayer side of the world as well? Is this what I'm seeing?
Potentially.
You know?
Yeah. Well, and a consolidation of the online community. You know, you kind of have like two. You've got the stable community and the open beta community,
Yeah.
and I I don't know. I'm on the fence on whether or not I want it, but I have no say in it. So it's just kind of roll with the blows. But yeah, I think it's gonna end up being a good thing. I'm sure we'll have some hiccups along the way. You know, it's still DCS at the end of the day, so we'll have a couple hiccups. ED will probably work it out, and we'll be good. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch the community kind of fold into this. Should be pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it's, again, it all depends on how and where the dice will land, if you're going to call it that. But are these guys taxing? Hang on, give me 1 second for admin stuff here. There's the map reset.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Okay.
Yep, there it goes.
I got distracted. Hopefully, we're going to see more of the community kind of merging and connecting up. I think that's going to be the big thing.
Yeah, and I think because I don't know if DDCS has a server on the stable side, but I think that the stable side lends more to like the single player guys, and PvE. You don't see too many active like Airquake kind of matches on the stable side. So, yeah, I think it's going to be awesome to see the whole community kind of grow together. Now, what I'd really love as a feature is, and I don't know if I've totally thought this through, but if a server hasn't been active for 7 days, pause the server, right? And it's as simple as just logging back into your account and resuming the server to get it going again. But maybe if we don't have a couple hundred empty servers when people log in, that it'll consolidate the players into the active servers so that people get to know each other.
That's a good point. But then there's a downside.
Stuff like that.
If you don't see if those servers that are empty kind of disappear, then how do you know to go to them? if a server is if a tree in the forest falls in the forest and no one there to see it, did the tree really fall?
Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe a month of inactivity.
Yeah.
If no one's joined the server in a month,
it's got bigger
I don't know.
problems.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not the right flavor for the community.
That's a good point. I like that. Do we have anybody on YouTube, and how's our voices sounding? I'm wondering. Is anybody actually watching our adventure?
Good question. I think there was like 30 some people.
35 people already watching.
Yep.
There we go. We've got Aaron, Zaphod. We've got SATAC. We've got Nasvai. Privyat Nasvai. Hello, Venom Cinematic. Hello, Comrade Titanium. Jumping Joy. We have Tavarish Valik. Alpha Gator. We rolled mission 2. Hopefully that was up on the screen when we rolled it. Hopefully you guys all saw that. That was at the very beginning of the stream. I'm just checking here. Was it caught? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, the roll is there. And the pilots are just loading up res. We've got 38 folks.
Heck yeah.
All right, and in the description of our stream, you guys can see the link for the SATAC Discords and the SATAC Stats channel, the SATAC PayPal account where you guys can send love and money to, and we all like money. I gotta put that in there from what's that show? Idiocracy. I like money.
Was it I like? Oh yeah, it was I like money. I always think he said something different.
I'll base my foot in your ass, man. Base. I'm really good at that.
That's
hey,
awesome.
Great show.
Yeah, you got that one in spades, buddy.
All right. Well, so I've rotated the camera a little bit here. So I'm looking at Vetis. So we've got a flanker and 5 F-16s from Team WDF.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Like they're not pairing up flankers.
No, it's a solitary, lonely flanker. And I'll put a camera on Vetis here, and we're gonna watch him taxi out.
I know you're just. I know.
Don't blame me for it. Don't blame me for
love.
it. All the love.
Well, if you look at DDCS, we're seeing a similar kind of setup. However, did DDCS? I know they've got a big bench, but they had a connection issue going on. Did they get that resolved?
Let's keep an eye on them. There goes the flanker. People are taxiing.
Right now they're at 5. I don't see a 6th over there.
I could shoot them a little DM here and ask them if they're planning to get the 6th in the air.
Yeah.
There you go. Sent them a message. And got some flankers doing some taxing here. And we've got the F-16s from Team WDF right behind them. Do they deserve some epic music, Rez? Should we put on our just like standard issue soundtrack on here?
We gonna pile our... yeah, they're having IP connection issues. He can't connect, so they're gonna pull in a reserve player.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. There we go. So we got some music. We've got some planes. We've got a thing called TACView, Res.
We do.
Yeah, this TACView thing is pretty cool. I've got it up on the screen now, and it's a free product which allows us to monitor what's happening live in servers. As long as I connect up to the server, we should be able to see what's happening on the map in real time as these aircraft pull out. How cool is that? And you can go and get it for free right now. Just TACView. Well, after you finish watching the stream from TACView.com.
Heck yeah.
And the reason I mention them is because TACView is one of the sponsors of this competition. There we go. We've got the sponsors up on the screen, Rez.
Yes, we do.
And, this goes to show that this competition has been around for a long time. And people and companies that are part of the DCS community are behind this competition.
Yeah. It's freaking awesome.
Who's your favorite? I know who your favorite is. It's Lot ATC or VKB.
Yes. I love them both, man. So
one day we got to add Lot ATC to our stream so people can see what it actually looks like. But Lot ATC and TACView are kind of similar because they both allow you to have a battle space view of DCS. But they're a little different though at the same time, right? Because one is for kind of like a real-time GCI, so it actually doesn't show you all the information, but shows you the top-down view of the world. But TACView is the other way. It shows you all the information.
Yep. ATC doesn't, or Lot ATC doesn't have, I don't think they have like a replay of it, but yeah, no, pretty sure they don't. But Lot ATC has some awesome views, and it's pretty freaking cool. All right, looks like we're waiting about a minute on DDCS's 6 pilot Sonic should be showing up now. This is their first competitive match, guys, so there's bound to be hiccups. So far they haven't exploded in the ramp area yet.
Oh God, don't mention that, dude.
They've got a one-up on a certain group that we know.
That we may be a part of, are you saying?
Possibly. Like, I don't know how stuff like that happens.
I'll tell you exactly how it happened. We were in F-16s getting ready to fly. There was 3 of us. But there was only 2 on the ground. And a couple of JF-17s pulled up right next to us. And then I think there was a delayed pilot who joined. And he spawned in an F-16 right on top of a JF-17 that pulled up. Yeah. And then 5 airplanes all blew up on the ramp. Red Star. All right.
Red Star, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So, but we're
we've
talking
come a long
about,
way since then.
and
So,
it's baby steps, right?
yep.
That's how you do it, and
Yep.
that's the important
So
thing.
Sonic,
Go
yeah,
ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
absolutely, just one step at a time. You know, like I mean, we're looking at DDCS right now. It's their first competition match. Everyone has a first competition match. So yeah, next time there's a sign up for a competition, like don't be shy. Like sign up. Like even if you just go in to get accustomed to this side of DCS, whether you win or lose, or if either of those are spectacular, you're still, having a blast. Like these really are fun, and it's unlike any other flying that you're going to do in DCS. But yeah, once you get that first one out, you kind of like get the jitters out of your system, and some reason you just keep coming back for more. Like these are awesome events. So thank you to all the groups like 51st for hosting this one that go through all the work. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff on these that just kicking on a stream every now and then watching, you don't realize the hours and hours of planning and mission creation and getting the word out for the competition and making a competition that everyone's going to come back to so that it can grow.
Absolutely. I'm just switching over to the slide with all the maps, right? So not only do we have, the rotation of Syria, Persian Gulf, and the Georgia map, plus South Atlantic in this competition.
Would be amazing to see a match on the South Atlantic map.
Well,
not everyone's favorite, but I do love it.
There was an epic SATAC match that I was rewatching last week, and that was ETF versus InSky, and that was on the South Atlantic map without AWACS.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that one then.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got a Ready from Waterfolk, and Sonic is taxiing in his JF-17, so we should be getting the show on the road here soon.
Beautiful. But yeah, so that's 4 maps, right? And on top of those 4 maps, you have to put down all the airplanes, put down all the waypoints, put down all the scripts to make this competition run. It's a lot of work.
Test them. You've got to find all the bugs and work out every kink because it's a competition. If there was a faulty map, like a lot of these squads, it's tough enough scheduling the first time, but to reschedule because of a bad map,
Oh yeah. It's crazy. It's simply just put
it's
crazy.
A lot of work.
Now, while the guys are just lining up, just for those who are watching who have not seen this competition before, there are some limitations and rules. First off, you're only allowed 4 active missiles. Right, Rez? Now,
Yep.
What's an active missile?
Sorry, I'm reading stuff.
Oh, no worries.
A missile that can guide itself after the supporting aircraft has lost lock.
Awesome. Yeah, so like AIM-120, SD-10, R-77, PL-12, and that's what the flankers got. They've got the SD-10 missiles also.
Yes, which is unique to this competition too.
It's not a standard missile, right?
No. But it definitely makes the flanker, the J-11, a lot more competitive, and that's why we're seeing a couple of them in here. We've got one J-11 from DDCS and a J-11 on the other side too. So should make for an interesting flight. Other limitations?
No
9Xs.
No 9Xs, but jammers are allowed. Again, it's a balancing act to make sure that those FC3 flankers can really perform to their best, because that's the Russian doctrine. ER, ET, and a jammer.
Looks like we've got readies from both sides too. So
let's should we do it?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here's the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go. And we've got planes rolling. About cameras on both sides for this one, Rez.
Absolutely. Looking clean. Now, DCS does have one guy that I believe he's a step in. So, Sonic flying the Jeff, probably well coordinated, used to the group, but
oh, there's some turbulence that caught Team WDF a little bit.
Oh yeah.
That was on Fargo. Otherwise, first set of aircraft are in the air.
Yep, we've got the first force ship for DDCS airborne, and looks like everyone's up now. So no issues on takeoff. That's always nice to see.
Oh, don't jinx it. And no, we're not jinxed. The last pair is now up for WDF. Oh! Okay. Vettis is having some turbulence issues back there, but he's okay.
Very good.
He's all right, folks.
Yep.
Well, this means only one thing. The battle has commenced.
Yes, sir.
Now, here's the thing. Should we go to our global F10 view? Let's do that first. I'm going to go for the DCS view first.
Here. So, all these pilots have both teams have roughly 100 miles to bowls. The AO for today is also 100 miles. So we've got a lot of room to play here. You see some teams push pretty hard, and then you see some teams kind of field a more defensive and relaxed kind of pullback. So it'll be interesting to see what we do here.
Yeah, and the important thing here is also not to rush in. You've got a large combat area. The bubble doesn't shrink. You can go fast here. Oh. I am seeing user marks. I don't want to see user marks. User marks, go away. DDCS has marked stuff on the map, and because I'm on blue side with my stream camera here, I can see their marks.
Oh, fuck. Well, they're new to competition.
No. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just gonna switch to spectators. There we go. I fixed it.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, because I was on their side, so I don't know what those markings meant, what they're for. But anybody can add markings in DCS. Like I can put a mark somewhere and just say go there, do that. That's how pilots kind of just direct themselves, right? Where to go, what to do. I don't think we uncovered any secrets.
No.
Because we don't know what those marks meant.
Yep.
Could have been a spot to go like for a bathroom break or something, right?
Well, there were several all over the place, so
yeah. So I'll log a couple of cameras in on place, and I'll go to TAC view on our second view here, Rez.
Absolutely.
And then we can keep an eye on that as well. And okay.
Alpha didn't know who Cool was.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Care of it.
Oh yeah, Cool is me. Sorry. Cool is my other account. All right, let's get this TAC view going. Mr. TAC view.
They should definitely change the username on that to like Plasma 2 or something like that.
Actually, yeah, you know what? Let me do that. I believe it's called Plasma Stream number 2. That's what I need to be in. Alright, we've got the global view of the map. Planes are flying in. We're looking at their formations that they're setting up here. I'll put up some name tags up, and we're getting back in business here. Well, the business never ends, because DDCS never sleeps. Neither does Team WDF.
All right. So, all right, admin stuff aside.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hop in.
Still
hop
stuff going on
out.
behind the group. Okay, or behind the scenes, even during the matches. Okay, so Team WDF has just entered the bubble. Quite the altitude on their lead 16.
Yeah, let's
Now-
pull in a little closer here.
Yeah, looks like
That's-
they're coming in with a lot more speed. You know?
Yeah, that's slide.
Yeah. So do you think fuel is going to become an option for this map?
Well, everyone is
'Cause
taking
we've
their
seen
time.
that happen quite a bit.
It's true. That is true. Everyone is taking their time, though. That's the thing. I'm not seeing anybody rushing in too hard. So I still have a
Yeah,
camera on
and better-
slide. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no. Well, I was just going to say, DDCS is new to this, but they're not new to DCS. BK, they were new too. And we saw that turn into a knife fight at the end.
That's
And
right.
Doing circles in burner at low altitude definitely chews through some fuel. So
That's a very good point too. So you want to, you want to stay high as long as possible. I've just got a camera overlooking at the Team DDCS here on Z, and he's coming in, and he's got three guys with him, coming straight down the center,
yeah.
and he's got a couple of aircraft that are pulling off. We've got the flankers. Well, the flankers are flanking for Team DDCS. They've just entered the bubble now. And there they go.
Yep. Now, rules for everyone. You have 10 minutes to get all your planes in from the time the first plane enters the bubble. So they are well within that.
Absolutely.
Man,
This is interesting, right?
I'm watching it. Yeah, I'm watching it and kind of asking myself a lot of questions. So it looks like we got a pretty interesting strategy here. We're going to have to see how this plays out. Now, these guys do have AWACS, so being sneaky is a little harder,
Yep.
especially at 40,000 feet. So it looks like we have a 3-ship from WDF that looks to be sorted on that northern element from DDCS. So it's gonna be interesting to see how that plays out. 2v3 J11 versus the northern element.
Yeah, it's an interesting distribution because on one side, and I'm just going to highlight these guys here by using TAC view. So we've got DDCS with a 4-ship coming down the middle, whereas Team WDF has a 3-ship separated in the corner here, and a solo pilot and 2 more in the back. So interesting formations. Definitely interesting
Yeah.
formations. And Slide's afterburner's loud.
Slide. Yeah. Slide is, I believe, going to be the first to launch. Just under 50 miles right now to the DDCS pilot Z and Les with Sonic and Trail. Slide is definitely flying the F-15 emulator right now. So he is moving up there.
That's right. Slide identifies as an F-15 Strike Eagle because with all those bags and the speed, he's just over the bubble now, over the bullseye. That's huge. 34 miles is the nearest DDCS plane. And DDCS is breaking up into a grinder by the looks of it.
does. Slide descending. His support is 35 miles behind him.
Ah, well, the reason Slide is descending is because there is a SD-10 out from Sonic. I put a camera on that missile, and that missile's on Slide. Sonic fired at 40,000.
Yeah, I don't think that missile is going to be too much of a factor. I think Sonic launched it after Slide already started his turn.
That is correct. This missile is now part of the Dynamic DCS space program, heading up to 80,000. But we've got additional launches happening from the flankers. The flankers are letting loose their missiles up on the north side. 3 SD-10s out from them.
That is a lot of missiles considering Waterfuck hasn't even launched one. That could definitely become a factor late in the game. So DCS electing to go 2v3 up north. Doesn't even look like they're trying to rejoin. It looks like they just decided to work this. Are you watching this SD-10 on Darkstar? That looks like it has potential.
Nope, it's stupid. It's not tracking.
Oh yeah,
that one
stupid.
This one on whoever this is tracking. I think it's on Officer. There's 2 missiles on Officers.
Launch on Officer.
Yep. I hear Officer's plane. It's close. Officer's extending.
It's very close.
He's all right, folks.
Yep.
Or is he? He's all right.
Yep, he's all right. No factor.
So Vetus fires back. Darkstar is operating up here. The other SD-10 that was fired earlier by, who was it? Sonic is up in space.
Sonic. Yep.
So Officer returns a missile back.
So to the north, I'll kind of watch the north a little bit. We've got a launch from Officer on Dylan. Both guys. Yeah, that 120's dead. Man, I do not like what I'm seeing up to the north. DDCS has definitely got themselves in a little bind, but it looks like we've got a pivot happening right now. I don't know if that's reactive to Slide or in support of their northern element right now.
Good point. They're repositioning.
Yeah. Now, what is that you always say in the flankers? Never go cold.
Well, you shouldn't. You should always have a second guy who's got your back, but yeah. So DCS Les and Slide are exchanging a couple of missiles. I'm going to put a camera on Slide's missile. It looks to be a little bit more aggressive here. And let's get the names back up. Now, I'm not
like Les's missile lost track on launch. So
I'm not sure where it's going. Does Les know there's a missile coming? This missile's doing 1,800 knots. I can see Les on the screen diving for the deck. I think he gets away from this. That AIM-120 is trash.
Yeah.
But there's a second one from Kikaku. Where is it? Where's that missile? It's on Black Falcon.
Oh, Falcon reacting to that. Definitely late, high altitude. That 120's got some potency.
I'm seeing some chaff. I'm seeing some flares. Falcon is turning around. No. He's turning into the missile. Is he going to get hit? Whoa!
Oh, just dodged it.
Proximity fuses for all.
Yep. Now, to the north, we do have Darkstar in the 16 chasing down Laszlo. It'll be interesting to see how this works. Officer with a 120 on Z from DDCS turning cold.
Yeah, right up here. So I've got a camera up here, and there's a missile on DDCS Z. He's running away. Laszlo's being isolated.
Yeah, Darkstar for some reason giving up the chase. And
Oh no!
ascending.
What's Z doing? Is Z turning into the missile?
Looks like split S-ing. We're gonna see what happens here.
He's doing donuts in the air.
So down to the south, I'm watching that 120 on Z, but there's also a 120 off a slide. Looks to be on Les. Les sitting high. Sending one back. A Black Falcon looks to be sneaking in underneath. I don't know if he's definitely within gimbal on slide and Kaku.
I'm going to put the camera onto the missile that is coming towards Les. And we're going to see what happens here. I hope Slide doesn't turn into that missile. That would be tragic. I think the
Black
missile on
Falcon.
Les is fine.
Oh, we've got some interesting stuff here. So we have Black Falcon going nose to nose with Kakaku. I don't know if they know.
They are very close to each other.
I don't think they see each other.
I agree. Let's go double camera here.
Kakaku with the launch.
Oh, but Kikaku's above him. Here you go. He's going vertical. Yeah. Here we go. We got a sneaky merge, Rez.
Yeah, we do.
Fox 3. And splash.
Okay, so one for each. Dylan just went down
on the north side.
On the north side.
All right, Black Falcon is slow. He's diving. Who do I look at here? This is getting kind of crazy, guys. Gonna get rid of the labels.
120 out right now. I believe that's on Laszlo. Super close. Laszlo answers back with an SD10.
He's defending. Laszlo's down.
SD10 went stupid. So we're currently in a 3v4.
And it's a very interesting setup that I'm seeing here. We've got
with
2 and 2.
A lot of separation.
Now,
hard to keep track of all of it.
All right, here comes Z. I'm going to watch Z's missile here. He's fired into Vetus. And where's this missile going?
Dark Star supporting his...
Vetus is notching. Vetus has notched that missile. And they have returned the favor. Darkstar's 120 is chasing Z. I don't think that missile's going to hit anything because it was a shot from down up, I believe.
And missile's out of energy, but Darkstar is not out of energy. Chasing down Z.
Yeah, this is a very interesting situation. Down here in the south, Fargo and Slide Waterfalk are pushing. DDS, there's 2 guys here. Z is trying to regroup, whereas up north, we've got Vetus and Darkstar.
From Darkstar.
Oh, that's a very ambitious missile. I don't know about that.
Oh, that's got some energy. That has got a lot of energy.
He's diving. He's diving. Oh!
Can't do anything. Yep.
All right.
It
wow.
hurts to be in that position. So the 2 remaining pilots from DDCS don't really have too many options here. Any shots fired from the north, they're going to have to defend south into Slide. That is kind of sneaking in right now. I don't know if Sonic and Les know that they're being pursued right now.
And do they know that Vetus still has an ET? No one ever expects the ET.
120 from Les on Darkstar. Darkstar pre-defending. SD10 out from Sonic. Double shot from Vetus right there.
All right, Darkstar has dodged that missile. Slide is coming in real fast. Oh no,
Sonic
they're turning into him.
Turning right into Slide.
I don't know who to watch here.
I know.
There's too many missiles.
Vetus trusting the notch.
Vetus? No, he's exposing the top of his plane to it. Did that missile hit?
Got the notch though.
Beautiful.
Nope. Fast 120 off of both Slide and Fargo on Sonic. Both up shots. Sonic reacting. That does not look good for Sonic.
Oh, the little F-17 is down. Les is our only man alive, and he has his air brakes out, and he's got 2 aim 9s. Les, pull in your air brakes.
Crossing just under his nose to the left. Looks like Les got another heater out on Les.
And that's
Very
it.
exciting first match. Yeah. Man, with the separation, it is it's hard to keep track of all the moving parts.
Yeah, this is a very interesting fight here. While these guys RTB back, we can maybe talk about what we saw because, whew, very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Did you expect it to last this long? I'm always pleasantly surprised when a new team puts up a great fight like this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, that was a good match. What a fuck. Showing off the fact that they're no stranger to competition here. I think, man, it's easy being the guy sitting in a comfy chair watching this from, with all the advantages that we have, and we can see everything that the pilots down there, they can't. So
Yep. Well, and keep in mind, just for our sake. So we're in a squad, we're in Red Star, but I don't think we've yet to win a match of SATAC yet. I think we've won a round or two, but I don't think we've ever won a full match because it takes that much effort and coordination, some luck, but coordination, skill, and we signed up again. I think for our second or third time because we like the punishment, and that's the only way to get better. Is keep coming back and trying and trying and trying.
Yeah.
So
what do you think DD's, because they're debriefing right now. Like they've got to wait for what the fuck to go land. They're probably starting their debrief right now. What do you think the biggest topics of their conversation are?
I think strategy. But before we go to that, Rez, I'm just going to quickly look at people's missiles that are left, just because always weapon. Remember how many missiles DDCS was firing at first? So I'm just doing a quick scan here. So Vetis still has his long SD-10, an ET, and never fired any of his short-range Fox 2s. So he's sitting very pretty with 6 missiles.
He was ready for the knife fight.
Slide still has a 120 and 2 aim 9s.
And he was the one that came in first and could have shot all those, but didn't. Like, if you remember on his first pass, he didn't do a single launch. He just went in.
Just baited.
He just drew some fire and kind of just moseyed on out of there.
Absolutely. Dark Star is Winchester.
Okay, yeah, up to the north, they definitely got into it, and I believe I remember seeing Dark Star do a double launch up to the north, and that would make sense because they were definitely trying to take care of stuff and get a situation settled up there. So
now Fargo still has 3 120s and 2 aim 9s. He fired a single missile.
Interesting. Fargo was part of the southern element, correct?
You know what? Let's so while they're coming back, let's talk about debris. Yeah, let's rewind this thing and let's bring it back here. Meow. That's the sound effect that TACV makes when you rewind it. All right.
Trying to convince the people that thought about getting it to not get it.
Oh God, no. So TAC view. Rez, can you see the top down here?
Yes.
It's semi-legible, fairly legible. Do you want me to change inputs?
I'm watching it on a vertical monitor, so for me it's a little smushed, but it looks good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for those who are watching, I'm going to make the labels a little bigger here. And just initial entry that we saw. What we had is we had 4 right here, 2 separating, whereas Team WDF was a little bit more fluid. They had
and
slide.
they stayed with a 2-element 3 ship versus a 2-element 4 and 2 ship. So I think they had a little more flexibility. Yeah.
Yeah. So Slide gets up to the center here. He says, "Hi guys."
Where's
Baits that
Fargo?
Fargo is southern element.
Yep.
There he is. So right away, I see 4 missiles out from DDCS with a nice split. Up here, they're getting ready to defend themselves from any missiles that are coming in. No hits on the first pass. Always good to see.
Yep. That's competitive gameplay. Every now and then you'll see one on the first pass, but it's very, very rare to see that.
I would keep the labels up as there's so much stuff happening here.
Mm-hmm.
So Les
You never-
fired this weird cross-map missile.
Well, I think that was... He went defensive pretty quickly. I think he was rushing the lock there.
I think so too, yeah.
Yep.
So if we just keep watching the flow here, right? Just with all the trails. Come on, trails. So the flankers went cold. They were unsupported. Whereas both Vetus and Darkstar were hot. That's always important, right? These guys are running cold. They've got 3 guys chasing them. That's a bad place to be in.
Yep. Because anything you do, you know, it's
There's a
just
missile.
a bandit collector.
Yeah, and we see that right here. So as Team Waterfuck is pushing in, every time these guys try to turn around, they're getting locked.
Yep.
The only help was right here, and this shot to push, and that was from DDCS Z. So he fired that
Good
missile.
support. And Z pivoted from the south up to the north to assist those guys too.
Yep. And I think maybe Les was going to do that too, but then he decided to regroup to the south. And there's a couple of shots here, and this is where we start getting the kills. So Black Falcon goes ninja mode. He's trying to sneak in.
Yeah, that was a pretty good move.
Yeah, that was definitely a highlight.
So I believe that was a 9M too, right there. That wasn't.
Let's take a look.
That was probably.
Yep.
DCS is a horror show. You know, you're just flying along, chilling. I mean, you know, there's flankers on the other side. You know, so you've always got to be wary of the ET. But you know they're to the north in a tangle, and all of a sudden,
boom,
that happens. Yeah, DCS is a horror show right there.
But at the same time,
quickly reacted to.
Yeah, and he popped some flares, so I guess maybe he saw it, or maybe his wingman saw it. Darkstar, though, at the same time as that sneak attack happened, Darkstar fires a missile into Dylan. Dylan does some panic defending. He's really high. He's exposed. Darkstar is also shooting from the bottom up. He's shooting from 14,000 to 32. Dylan is just fast and slow and...
Fast and slow?
No, fat.
Oh, yeah.
He's a big fat flanker that's up high and he's slow. And he just boom, boom. There you go. All right, back to global view here, Rez.
Yeah, we've got Slide. Looks to be doing a descent. I saw him at 50 some thousand. Looks like he's doing a little bit of a corkscrew getting back down to the runway. This is a very interesting approach right here from Slide. I don't know if you got to catch any of that.
No, I'm just... So the debrief. So as soon as that was... I'll fast forward through this, Rez.
Yep.
So two up north, 3 in the middle, because one more plane gets lost very quickly after Laszlo goes down. And I think that's where DDCS is in trouble. They're surrounded.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go. And the trap just closes. Really great notching from Team Waterfuck. Like right there, 2 notches, one after another. Boom, boom. Sonic tries to stay low. He gets spotted by the F-16s, gets smacked, and then Les goes down next. So, all right, let's watch these landings.
Yeah. Slide is just about to touch down right now.
Where's that guy? Perfect timing. He's bringing back a lot of the missiles.
Yep.
This is the scariest part for me always. It's not the flying, it's the landing. I always worry I'm going to screw it up. Am I going to screw it up and ruin everything for everybody?
That's the admin part of flight. Well, once we get a complete stop here, I believe that secures the victory for Team WDF. Good first match, guys.
All right, let's see what happens here.
Fargo on a long final, 6 miles out.
Let's lock a camera down on him, and I'll do some updating here of the numbers, because I think that landing there guarantees one.
If you want a fun final to watch, it might be Dark Star.
What's he doing? Is he doing something silly?
Maybe a little. This is very aggressive. I believe it's going to be super aggressive.
Okay. Let's go split screen, and by the power of split screen, we're watching 2 WDFs coming down. How do you say, like, when you have more than one WDF? Like, is it...
I don't know.
Are they WDFuckies? Are they...
WDFooks?
WDFooks?
WDFduels? I don't know.
We can keep talking. I'm glad that AI is not monitoring our discussion here. But I am definitely not watching the flanker landing, because I think there was a flanker coming in. So we're just watching 2 F-16s.
Yeah, he's a few miles out.
But let's watch them cruising in, and then we're gonna switch over to the next. Whoa! I think one WDFooker scared the other WDFooker with a high-speed nose-to-nose pass.
What's crazy is Dark Star still has his tank. Bringing it back, saving the taxpayers some money.
Yeah, I wonder how much fuel they've got.
Yeah, I don't think fuel became an issue here.
I don't know, no. Yeah, and for those who are wondering who is streaming what, we've got Airshow, who has a number of streams scheduled. We've also got streams from AlphaGator as well. And I'll put a link to Airshow in the description of this video and into the channel right now as well.
Yep. So, yeah, tomorrow, I believe... Okay, so Airshow already did 51st versus Gun. That happened about 2 hours before our stream started. And then tomorrow, Airshow is covering both of those matches. First one up at 1500 Zulu. You have In Sky versus Snake out of Group G. And then out of Group B, I don't even know how to... Esquadron de Combate 08. I don't know. I'm probably slaughtering that. Versus Lock On Greece Competitive. So
that's the 8th, right? The 8th Squadron versus Lock On Greece?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yep. And yeah, those matches are happening both tomorrow on Airshow's stream at 1500 Zulu and then 1800 Zulu. So
beautiful.
Now In Sky, they're well versed and they're pretty good. So
they've been around for a long time. This should be a tough fight.
And then I'm still blown away from... I did not see BK bringing it the way they did last weekend. So Snake definitely could be. I'm unfamiliar with them. Now, Lock On Greece Competitive sounds familiar, but failing to remember them. So, but yeah, both of those matches, they should be good. So
there you go. I'm gonna rush for a restart here. I'm gonna say ready for restart. Just letting the organizers know.
We do still have
Is there somebody still flying?
nope, nope. Vetus is down. Okay.
Perfect. Wait, is there a flanker that I missed landing?
You did.
Aw. I thought he had already
Uh,
landed. There you go. We're
uh,
good. Good work, Team WDF. For their glorious effort, I will leave the camera on Vetus until the very restart because it's a beautiful flanker. And there's the restart.
yeah.
So just snapping right into it. We kind of were messing around before the start of the match. So let's keep this going. Breathing time? Absolutely not. Right into round 2. Anyways, I'm hopping into the spectator slot for this one, just to prevent
Okay.
seeing markings and all that stuff.
Hey,
Yeah.
you want to pull up that map splash screen that you have?
App splash screen.
The map
What's
splash screen that you made for all the
Oh.
different maps that they're doing throughout this.
Yeah, absolutely. There he goes.
Just checking something real quick. Yeah, South Atlantic.
Oh, dude, why'd you do that? Did you spot this, or did somebody in the stream spot this?
Someone in the stream caught it. So
I'm not sure
not
whose fault
afraid
it is.
to admit when we mess up. So
That's right.
thank you for catching that.
Can I
Gotta own
modify
it,
this
right?
I can fix it.
Admin after.
I can fix it. Oh, we had another restart.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Second restart here. People are populating. See, Rez, that's what happens when you make fun of the Atlantic map. Just causes the server to crash and restart. All right. Let's get these cameras pointed here. Hit our.
Are there any? Just going through the YouTube stream here. Are there any rules for going after the enemy AWACS? Is that prohibited? Are they invulnerable? Do you remember seeing anything about that?
Yeah, let's flip that around. Let's bring the rules up. I don't think there was any rules about. There's no AWACS in the knockout phase. No daylink or non-player brawl calls during the knockout rounds. A neutral GCI will be assigned. AWACS and daylink support will be available during preliminary rounds only. So eventually there will be no AWACS, I guess.
Yep.
But
and speaking of lot ATC earlier, so the GCIs are going to be using lot ATC later in the competition during the knockout rounds. So they'll be having a human controller rather than data link info telling them where the bandits are. And lot ATC is not like the Fog of War F10. There's a lot more to it. Like when you don't get plain type, and initially you don't even get friend or foe. For the first 3 radar pings, it's just a dot. So if someone just pops up for a second, you don't necessarily know if it's friend or foe for about, I think the delay is somewhere around 5 or 6 seconds. So that'll be an interesting phase of the match to watch, and how teams use it, and if they're training some guys on lot ATC, because it's a totally different style of communication.
It's very much more involved, very much yeah.
Comms become a lot more important. If you have someone that's how do I say, over talking, kind of muddying the waters, it's
Palm jamming.
Hard comm jamming. Yeah, it's hard for the GCIs to get the important information across when they need to. So comms discipline is definitely important.
Okay, so Crazy
Okay.
Russian Pilot says it would be interesting if people could change the map, if there was like a random map change. So I'm gonna. So actually, that does happen, and that's where we roll the dice to select the map. So let me say that in Russian. Crazy. Короче, что мы делаем в начале сессии? Мы на интернете прогоняем рандомный выбор и выбирает какую карту. Пока что выбираются карты только в Грузии и на Черном море. Но так и происходит. Alright, and so Prez says, going after AWACS would be a waste of time. And the response is you would need to leave the bubble to kill the AWACS.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't see too much benefit to it, so...
Yeah, I mean... You're too busy protecting your wingman and dealing with other things than to do an AWACS run.
Yeah, and that would just expose you too. So
you got better things to do.
You know, right. If you send one guy, he's unsupported, high altitude, trying to make haste to get over there. Easy target for your enemies. And if you send two guys, it's easy for them to just ignore you and do 6v4 on your 4-element group. So, yeah.
Valid point.
Not too much. Yeah.
All right, well, we got planes taxiing here. Round 2. Got a couple of the team. We got to ask what a plural of a what the fuck is. I do like their sharp liveries, the red and black.
I mean,
yeah, yes, and the Wonder Woman symbol on top.
Yep,
that's totally Wonder Woman, right?
Is there?
Yeah, look up Wonder Woman symbol.
I think it's WF. No, I know, but I think it's like a WF with an inverted F to the left. I don't know. It's a cool logo, though. I'll give them that. Yeah.
I still think it's Wonder Woman. I'm going to stick to that. They will not be happy to hear that. Like, Plasma, why? All right, there's a little bit of confusion happening on the DDCS side. A little bit of crazy traffic happening.
Man, I think we've all felt the pressure. You're going into that second match on your back foot. People are trying to change plans potentially that you guys have trained on for quite a while. Last minute changes are never good unless you've designed a team that structures around that. A lot of teams don't. So this may be reflective of what their next strategy is going to be. It might be out of their norm, and that can both be a good thing and a bad thing. They're going to be playing differently the second round. I'm sure of it. So Team Wonderfuck is going to have to make adaptations to that, and we'll have to see how this plays out. But it looks like DDCS is set and ready. We have 3 16s, 2 J11s, and a Jeff. So that is the same airframes they used for the first flight, which is one rule of this competition. And we've got the 5 16s and a J11 from Whatfuck. So good job, guys. Looks like Whatfuck is just about done lining up. They just called ready.
All right. So both sides are ready.
Teams ready.
Let's count it down. All right. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, 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 go. I feel like that girl in hot pants and a blouse with the flag. Go, go, go. You got to strive for
So do
something.
you think? Absolutely. So do you think we're going to see a third round? That's what we always hope for.
Oh no! Team Waterfuck's on the ground! One of them... Okay, he's up. They hit some serious turbulence. He skidded along the ground.
Yes.
His gear is damaged.
Uh-oh.
We've got damaged gear on one of them. How's everybody else doing? Dylan. Dylan is catching some turbulence too. He's up and running. Yeah, one of the Team Waterfuck guys is flying with a damaged gear. Let's take a look. How are we looking here? I see 6 in the air. That's what happens when you rush res.
Yep.
So there's Fargo. Fargo hit some serious ground turbulence.
Man. It's definitely going to affect his speed.
It's definitely going to affect the speed. His weapons should all be still functioning, right? If you've got a gear damage on the 16, can you fire all your weapons still?
Believe so.
It's a tough question, right?
I think you have some air ground ordinances don't work, but he should be fine. We'll see.
All right, well, Slide is out in front again, rushing out. I'm going to bring up our TAC view, and we'll put it on the side of the screen again like last time, because I think that gives a really nice global view of the world. Let me back this up, though. And, yeah, so, you know what? I'm actually going to show how TAC View Advanced works. If I can. Actually, well, it's not showing up on the screen, but the cool thing about TAC View Advanced, the basic free TAC View gets you the ability to rewatch your flights, and, you know, if you're on, like, say, Growling Sidewinder, you can download the TAC View and see how you were flying. But with TAC View Advanced, you can do real-time telemetry. And that's what we're doing here, is we're actually able to connect to the server in real time and watch what happens, which I think is super awesome. Let's see here. There we go. Both teams are flying in, and we've got TAC View on the side. And you can pull up a lot of interesting information as well about each aircraft. You can do all sorts of charts. Sorry?
A lot of metrics.
Oh,
now,
yeah.
The one thing that I do like is the, and I forget how to turn it on, but they added it probably in the last year, but the control zone bubbles behind a plane.
Oh, yes.
So when you're going over dogfighting, you can definitely break down dogfights pretty well.
Yeah.
So, kind of looking at stuff, and Team Waterfuck, they're flying all their 16s are all loaded out the exact same way. 3 bags.
Maximize fuel efficiency, right?
Yeah. But now if you look at the DDCS, their 16s are a little different.
Let's take a peek at that. All right, Team DCS, what do we got here? Let me find a 16 here. Well, first off, all their airplanes have their gear up, which is a good thing.
Yeah. Man, I feel so bad for him. Like, you know, he's probably kicking himself right now.
Oh, yeah. Now, I'm seeing a jamming pod.
Yep.
So that's a novelty, because usually people don't use jamming pods, but, you know, in PvP.
Well, and They're not allowed in other competitions. So a lot of competitive teams don't even think about, oh, I can bring the jamming pod. Now that one's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually you see this in aces when you're on the red 4 side. You'll see 16s bring in their 9 mics and a targeting pod so they can spot launches.
That's right, because then they can see the missile smoke from the enemy aircraft
Yeah.
way across the map.
Yeah, which is really, really good against, planes that carry the ETs.
Yep. The Jeff, well, the Jeff just has his 4 SD10s and his ECM pod.
Yeah, but what's interesting is none of the 16s have the same loadout for DDCS.
Interesting.
Yeah. Les electing to only go 2 bags instead of 3 bags. So we'll have to see if fuel does become a factor late in the game.
Yeah, this is unusual because he's bringing 2 bags, but he didn't put on a jammer.
And he may have brought a 3rd bag and already punched it off. I didn't see.
True.
But we are in the bubble right now. So
let's take a
unless
peek
you
here.
want to rewind TAC view real quick.
No, you know what? Let's keep it going.
Stay on the action.
Yeah, stay on the action.
DDCS. Yeah, sorry, just trying to.
Yeah.
Do some talkity talk while waiting for the entry into the bubble, but shifting gears now. DDCS entering the bubble. Waterfuck already about 14 miles into the bubble with their lead ship. Once again, Slide from Waterfuck. Currently
way in the
35
front.
miles from Bulls versus 52 miles from Bulls for DDCS. So it looks like this might play out on DDCS's side of the bubble. Now, this is what we saw happen last round. DDCS definitely got pushed back some. They kind of controlled the flow a lot better down to the south, but I think that they recognized that their J11s need support. So I think we're going to see a slight change of tactics from DDCS.
They're sticking together. They're not breaking up, right? That's the biggest thing I'm seeing here. They're coming as one big chunk of aircraft.
Now, that's both good and bad. I'm glad they're sticking together, but this doesn't give them much flexibility in formation. So we'll have to see if it looks almost like they're going into slight separation. Looks like a slight trident, but Team Waterfuck is getting, they have about 25 miles of coverage right now versus DDCS is sticking within 7. Now that can quickly evolve and change, so we'll have to see this.
Yeah, the DDCS guys, they've got their 2 flankers together in tight formation. That's Laszlo and Dylan, and in the back they've got their F-16s, and the Jeff is just chilling out on his own. Flankers are starting to pitch up. Are there going to be shots from the flankers here? This is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Where is this going?
Now, the 16, he is head-to-head with 2 jamming targets. So, looks like we have our first launch of the match right now, too. So, SD10, I believe, off of Dylan on Slide.
Yeah, there's that first missile.
45-mile launch.
Is that missile tracking? This missile is tracking unlike the last SD10. It's actually pulling G.
Slide starting his descent.
Let's take a peek here. Slide is just out there to bait that first missile. The rest of the DDCS is all flowing into the mountains here.
Missile should be going active pretty soon. Slide should be reacting to it. SD10 coming down about 10,000 feet above Slide right now.
Yeah, Slide is extending.
Too much energy on it. Yep.
Slide is heading right for the deck. Watch out for Squirrel, Slide. He's okay, folks. SD10 hits the ground.
Good grounding.
All right, so
Now,
flanking
so
maneuver.
we have a tight group. Yeah, we have a tight group out of DDCS, but looks like they might be getting flanked right now.
Now, these flankers, speaking of flanking, these flankers are high, man. They're at 42,000.
Yeah.
43,000.
Yep. Looks like Dylan to be sorting on officer right now. 10,000 foot difference in altitude. That could definitely make quite the difference on the shots.
Now, you see what Slide's doing? Good thing we have delay here. Slide's being a ninja.
Yeah.
He's activating, he wants revenge. He's converting himself into ninja mode.
Hopefully Lex, I think, might be scanning that area.
All right, so missile out from Dylan. 27 ET, followed by an SD-10. Waterfuck is firing back. That's Officer. That was an override ET. It is not tracking. Let's take a look at the SD-10. The SD-10 is tracking.
Climbing. Slide and Laszlo right next to each other. 120 from Slide on Laszlo. We're looking at an 11-mile shot up. Laszlo has to deal with being high and sluggy right now. The only problem is, I believe Officer fired on Laszlo as Slide was coming up. So I think Laszlo was already reacting.
Yeah, Laszlo's reacting. I think Laszlo's okay. He's pulling away from that missile. Boy, there's a lot of planes here in the air. I'm going to zoom out a little bit more here and try to go for
So
a
we do have a
view.
shot from Dom on Dark Star. Potentially, nope. Dom took a shot on Kayaku in the background. Dark Star returned the shot on Dom. It's going to be interesting. I think that's no factor. But once again, down to the south, we have all the flankers cold. Team Waterfuck also cold. It looks like both teams deciding to break off contact in the south and pivot north.
Uh-oh, Kikaku's in trouble. He's got a 120 on him. There's the missile. It's an SD-10. It's up Kikaku's bum. Kikaku, I'm so sorry, buddy. You did not win that.
That was a long shot from Dom. I think they thought that missile might have been on Dark Star. Not sure, but there's another shot on Dark Star that looks to be a little dangerous and no factor.
I think it got notched. All right, DDCS gets the first kill here, Rez.
Yeah, bringing a different game this time. Now, Les, potentially in a 2v1 situation, Slide focused on, I believe, Dylan, trying to pivot to back up Lex. Darkstar has a 120 out on Lex. Les high, Darkstar low.
Can he ground it? He's maneuvering. He's popping flares. Trying to get the camera.
That is a hot 120 on Les.
Les is running. You know what?
Does he see Slide, though? Slide is close. That one could hurt. Dom sorting on Slide. I think Slide just recognized he has a lot of radars pointing at him right now.
Yeah, Slide is running for his life. Les is okay. He got away from that missile. But there's a couple of missiles chasing Slide. Those SD-10s can be fast. Slide needs to do some weaving here, I think.
SD-10s are tracking. That first one looking dangerous.
Slide's reversing.
Grounded the second one. Yep.
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay. Is he okay? He's okay.
Sure.
Yeah, he's okay. He's okay.
Oh yeah, that was close.
That was very close.
We have Laszlo protecting their western flank now. All DDCS focused north. Laszlo protecting the flank against Officer and Vetus. That ran cold. I thought they were going to pivot north, and they just turned back in. Waterfuck electing to go pretty aggressive right now. All their backfield turned hot at the same time. DDCS is very tight right now. Does Dylan Who's this 120 on, I wonder? Wasn't on Dylan.
Probably on, but there's a very dangerous 120 on Darkstar. Darkstar just notched the missile. Can he notch this one? No, he can't! Second Team WDF plane is down. What happens to our JF-17? The JF-17 flies right underneath the missile. But there's a 2-shot on Les and on...
Uh-oh.
No, that's a stupid missile. Talk to me, Rez. What do you see? Slide is sliding in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh is right. Slide is coming in. Not sure who could put a camera onto. As D10 from Dylan going up. A WDF is extending away from it. Can he get away? Oh no, another Team WDF is down, and Slide takes revenge on Dylan. Comes in over the top and splashes Dylan. So that kill cost Dylan his life.
It's technical difficulties.
No worries, no worries. So what happened here is Dylan just took down one of the Team WDF guys. That was Officer with an SD-10. Slide came in over the top and shot Dylan point blank. And we've got another 2-ship merge here. Missile out.
On the Jeff.
From Vetus. And that's a splash by Vetus.
With the ET. Black Falcon in a bad position right now. Does he know he's being ran down?
Does Vetus see him?
Argo to the north. A little out of position. I think he was...
Yeah, Vetus is on his 6 o'clock.
I believe Vetus is chasing him down right now. Does Les have him? Black Falcon looking for support right now.
We've got 2 cameras. Does Vetus see him? Vetus sees him. Fox 2.
Vetus breaks off as Slide takes the shot. Vetus firing on Les, potentially?
I think that was on Black Falcon. This is getting a little crazy, Rez.
Yeah, Les is about to overfly Vetus. Who sees who first here? Looks like Vetus snapping to him. Vetus climbing with the launch.
There's the missile. It's going vertical.
Too close.
You gotta merge.
Les. Oh, coming back around. That one got trashed.
That's an R-73.
Missile from Vetus.
Trashed
Les
again.
Surviving.
4th missile
launched.
And there's a splash.
4th missile for the win.
Oh my goodness.
Laszlo with Vetus on the nose. Oh.
Black Falcon's in trouble. 120 on him from the back. Can he do something about this missile? He's trying. It's not going to work. Black Falcon is down. Vetus versus Laszlo. Flanker on flanker.
Do they see each other?
They don't. They're both in EO. They just pass by each other. And Rez, I have a camera on an F-16 that's rolling down a hill.
Oh.
Yeah.
No winks.
Cool, huh? I've never seen that before, but good.
Laszlo definitely trying to survive. He's got the missiles. He could bring it back, but this is a hard situation, especially he's got to come over this hill right here. And when he does, Data Link's going to show where he is. Yeah.
Whereas I think this is the first time ever we have an F-16 slowly rolling down the mountain. This is amazing. We're gonna keep a camera on this F-16 until the end of the match.
Well, let's keep watching the action right now because Vetus lost the target to the southeast. He's tracking out. I believe Laszlo just popped up long enough on Data Link. AWAC saw him slide, immediately vectoring to him. Laszlo turning right back into him.
There's a missile. There's a second missile.
Looks to be scanning.
3rd missile. He's popping flares. He's trying to defend.
Those shots are on Fargo. With
Fargo fired back.
That is dangerous.
And he's down.
He's down. Kill from the death, or kill from the grave on
Fargo. Fargo.
Fargo. Yep.
Yeah. I'd like to thank
So,
DCS for snapping cameras onto exploding F-16s today because it automatically switched.
oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
All right.
that's a
Well,
hell of a fight.
yeah. Like, DDCS definitely brought it. Uh, man, you just never know, do you? Like,
I
they
thought
came out of
round
the
three was
gate.
coming. I thought round three
I
was going to be
did
right
too.
here.
What the fuck? Losing two planes early in the match, just goes to show. Just because you get a kill, that doesn't mean they're down and out for the count. Answering back with some amazing flying. So, well done.
Absolutely. They've got a long way to go back. Both Slide and Vetis. And while they're flying back, I'm going to hop back to our sponsors page here to just talk briefly about the sponsors who are making this competition possible. We talked about TACView. We talked about Lot ATC, which gives you the global view of the maps.
Yep.
Rez, VKB, I always go back to you. Tell me why these sticks are awesome, while why their throttles are awesome.
uh,
Why should I buy a
I,
VKB right now?
they're good. I mean, they're competitive in the market. I started on the Gladiator, and that was kind of like my first foray into, is this something that I want to invest in? And the Gladiator had the price point that didn't break the bank, but gave you some amazing performance. It punches well above its price point. Um, and I upgraded to the MCGU, their more upper line one, and I probably never would have gotten that if I hadn't started with this stick. So there's a lot of good companies out there, but I do love VKB. And then they just came out with the sticks. I run two setups. I run one, not trying to sidebar, but I do play for my semi truck 90% of the time. So I've got a setup in there and a setup at home. And my setup in home is needing an upgrade. So I'm starting to look at the stacks as a potential upgrade path.
Okay.
So,
And,
but
you know,
yeah, awesome company.
the thing I hear a lot from people is they go, okay, well, Thrustmaster. And that's what I did. I went for Thrustmaster because that's all I knew, right? And that's
Yeah,
because a few
yeah,
other
yeah.
folks had it. But, like, VKB is a serious contender, and their products, we actually got a VKB stick for one of our squad mates.
Hmm.
And that thing came in, got delivered within, I think, a week. Price point for the Gladiator stick that I think Aaron is flying with
Hmm.
was lower than just the stick from Warthog. It had all the buttons he needed, which you helped him map. Ooh, thank you, Rez.
Yep, yep.
And it's got the throttle controls on it as well, and this twist for the rudder. So you don't even need pedals, just that one stick.
Yeah, yeah. It's, if you're just getting into DCS, it gives you all you need, you know. And using, I don't want to get too into the weeds, but Hall effect sensors, absolutely amazing. Like really good accuracy out of them. So yeah, and you know, it opens you up for an upgrade path down the road. You know, you don't have to invest in all of it at once. You know, you can start with that, and then later get a throttle, and then, you know, if this is something that you do want to invest in, go for a set of rudders. You know, like, and you know, pass your Gladiator down to someone else if you want to upgrade later too. So yeah, they're awesome, but think we've been talking about them quite a bit. Deca Ironworks. We did see a Jeff in this match, so that is awesome. It's good to see both Deca and Razbam module makers getting involved in the competitions that their planes are flown in. So that is
What's
amazing.
what's the planes from Deca? Isn't Deca the JF-17?
Yep,
And
yep. And I
well,
think they've got the PP that I'm not too familiar with, but I'm not sure. Last I heard, that project was on hold due to resource availability or something like that. So we'll have to see. Plus, they take years and years to make, so only time will tell.
so people asked, Crazy Russian Bell says, Who is Magnitude? What do they do? Magnitude 5. 3? 5? I always mix them up.
Magnitude 3. I am
Quick. Magnitude 3.
at a loss, buddy. I believe isn't he a
I think
man,
they make.
I see the
well,
name.
Well,
Don't they
didn't
make missions?
Well, didn't they make the MiG-21 and the Christian Eagle? And aren't they working on the F4U? Because I know they definitely made the
Yeah.
MiG-21. And
Oh, right.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
Now,
I
if
love
you
love
play
the
the MiG,
fact that plane tries to kill you from takeoff to landing. I've only flown it a couple times, but I do like it. I'm just no good at it.
it's a crazy plane. It's a Russian plane. You have to be slightly drunk to fly it. Christian Eagle, but they're working on the F4U res. That would be more up your alley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, once that comes out, then I won't stutter at all when you ask me about those guys.
And I ran a little poll in our chat here asking what sticks people use.
Okay.
And I'm trying to scroll so I can see what it says, but it's like buried at the top, and I can't. Oh, there you go. Okay, so here's the results. Let me bring this up on the screen so folks can see this. Pop out chat, and here's our poll here up on the screen. And let's activate our primary screen here so people can see what the results are.
Now, you didn't put Verpal in there. Interesting.
I forgot. And there was only 4 options.
The Mongoose is definitely a contender. Interesting to see so many people flying on Logitech, though.
Yeah. How many votes did we have? We had 26 votes. So
Yeah.
there we go. Not scientific at all, but pretty awesome nonetheless.
Yeah.
Logitech, Thrustmaster,
Yeah,
VKB.
Thrustmaster has definitely product recognition. They've been around forever.
Yep.
Like, I think my grandpa had a Thrustmaster joystick when I was like 8 years old that I remember flying. Like, I don't even remember what game. He was into flight sims too. But
Flight Sim, like Microsoft Flight Sim 1.0 or something?
like some combat thing. I remember it had a serial port on the joystick.
Cool.
So they've been around for a very, very long time. But now I haven't tried their 16 throttle that came out. So I don't know if they finally switched to Hall sensors with that yet. But that's cool.
Yeah, some interesting,
But
interesting
Logitech
results.
and VKB definitely coming up. And then Wing down there, 4%. I kind of anticipated Wing to be a little down to 3% now. Definitely anticipated that one being a little higher. It's always funny because I hear Wing get kind of suggested to new players.
Well, so I don't know. The Wing, I see a lot of Caps videos always mentioning Wing.
Yep.
From Grim
Yep.
Reapers.
Yeah.
But that's really the only
looks
place
like
I see it.
Slide coming in on final right now. So it looks like we're wrapping up the match for SATAC 2023 What the Fuck versus DDCS. Good showing for your first ever competition.
Yep, fantastic showing.
Absolutely.
To take down this many water fuckies. I don't know what
God, dude, you're fighting with it. I know.
Because I could say something else, but then that's probably. What is Slide doing? Slide. I don't think Slide wants to land. He's landing like plasma. Slide. Gear. What the hell? Slide. No.
Desync.
No.
No.
Slide.
Oh no! What the fuck? Not securing their landing.
Do they want to go round 3? Is that what they're saying?
Well, I think Vetus is going to give us the answer here in a few minutes. Well,
I just wrote into the chat, slide, what the fuck happened?
I wonder how he earned his call sign.
Oh, God. Is that what it is?
I don't know. Should be interesting.
Well, he could be Slider, but that's from Top Gun.
So, Dynamic DCS is not out of the fight. They have another 2 matches. Friday, March 1st against IAF. And then the next weekend, they are, I believe, flying again. Nope, 2 weeks after that. March Sunday the 17th against Wolfpack. So, yeah.
All right.
Interested to see if they come back as a different team. You know, like, man, you just don't know. It's kind of like hopping on a server that you've never flew before and kind of getting a feel for the environment and what works, what doesn't work. So I'm sure they'll take this all as lessons learned. And
honestly, they did a great job. Like, they did a phenomenal job.
They went up against Waterfuck for their first match ever, and these guys are no slouches.
Nope.
So
I've been spanked by Waterfuck before myself. You don't mess around with them.
we've had I don't remember if it was SATAC or another competition, but I believe we lasted 4 minutes in one competition. So you're doing better than us on our first ever.
And there's a plane coming in for a touchdown. And that is Vetus, the leader of the convoy.
So Vetus securing the win for Team Waterfuck.
Nice landing.
Very clean.
He knew he did not need to slide. Is Slide still down there at the end of the runway? No, he's disconnected, I think.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was a fantastic set of fights. I'm going to leave the camera here pointed at the guys. I'm going to go mute for a second here, and I'm going to see if I can get anybody else to join a debrief and an interview. So stand by, please. All right, and we are back unmuted with about 2/3 of the DCS team that just flew the mission there for an interview. Guys, hopefully you can see my screen as well. This is I've got the last match here up on the screen, and welcome to SATAC, guys.
Yeah, how'd you guys? I don't know how to ask that. How'd you guys like your first experience in?
I like getting thrown into the deep end, so that was fun.
We all
again,
yeah, it was.
We
really,
had very limited experience or like practice.
none of our
so-
team practiced.
Oh no,
We
this-
didn't really
this
take
is our
it
practice.
So getting as many kills as we did is a win in my book.
okay.
You guys did a
So
great
going
job.
into your next 2 matches, are you guys gonna change some stuff or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
already
we
talking
need to-
about it?
So
Yeah, we don't wanna tell our
had
secrets,
no
right?
practice before
No,
this,
no, no.
right? None of us
Yeah.
did. All we did was just do like some play for fun dogfights and just played on
Yeah.
the DCS server. We didn't practice any strategies for SATAC or anything. So
No. But
we
you know,
did
it's
some, but-
awesome to see the transition, though, right? It's a completely different game.
So
Mhm.
one thing that I knew going into this from watching the previous seasons was that, just like Mike Tyson said, everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face, right?
But I can't hear the stream.
So that's not important. Shut up. So I knew that you can go in there, you could do your initial strategy. You can go,
Mhm.
we're gonna go 2 flights of 3, 3 flights of 2. Here's our setup. Here's our initial thing. But once you get into that furball, into the merge, everything just goes to shit. So definitely the one thing that we're gonna try to work on is our communication, our SA, for everything after the first launch.
Yep. Yeah, like we always said, no plan survives contact with the enemy.
Yeah,
So
who said that?
So here's a question, though.
who
So I've
said
got-
that? Marine Corps saying.
So Vetus,
Go ahead, Plasma.
welcome aboard.
Hello, guys. Everyone,
So,
hello.
You're outgunned here because there's like 5 DDCS guys plus you. So what do you have? Yeah. What do you have to say to them for their first time?
So, okay, guys. Cool fight, really cool fight. We not will be have to easy to win to today. We have little lucky to second half. But always fighting to the end, and
Yeah.
and we show to today to I think to idea is always good, strategy is always good, but sometimes happen to wrongs, and you must very fast change to your strategy, and you must be prepared to everything situation to you give to you opponents. And you gift us to little souvenir to today. To my situation, I don't look me to in mountains, and I go to behind your line, and you see to interview to next time. So I'm finish you, and I think to my job will be key to win the second half.
Yeah. So
Now,
actually,
Vetus.
we got a camera on view.
You wanna-
Vetus here.
Yep.
This is what you're talking about, right? How you got low and you were just a ninja.
Yeah, I fly. I fly to, and I try to support right flank, but I see to it's my regroup team going to left, and I waiting to movement to go left and try to behind you line, and going to behind line and fire. I have to J11 have it to sneaky lock and sneaky missiles, and I'm using.
Now, Vetus, got a question for you. Did you know that you guys flew right by each other here in just a few minutes? Like if you fast forward, Plasma, going
Yeah,
down
so-
the valley.
Yeah. So Vetus.
No.
So Vetus was sneaky. If he gets the first kill, then he chases Black Falcon. Black Falcon. Did you know there was a flanker behind you?
I think so to
Nadia.
know that, and you
Yeah,
know
right here we're about
I
to get the
we,
head-to-head.
will be 1 second. Must be. I want to attack one target, but I see to my right side is dangerous to my position for me. Next target, and I very fast change to direction targets and
Yep.
shut down his guy, and I will be to fighting to emerge to one guy.
That's right. That's right.
Les,
That's
yeah.
right. So Led, this was a, first off, this was actually a really good reaction because you're busy sneaking, you're trying to target these guys, you fire your missiles, and then you change around. Now, Les, here, do you remember in this fight when you were coming over the top, you fired guns? Is that because you just thought you on the wrong button, or did you like panic a little bit there?
No, that looked close.
Les is not with
here.
us here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Because I think if he fired his aim 9 from up here, not the guns, it probably would have hit. Because here was just too close.
Is he an 18 pilot? Was Les by 18?
He was flying in 16.
Les does
Yeah,
fly
but
the
I
18.
think, I think 18 you pull trigger to fire.
Yeah.
Ah, there
It's
you
the
go.
opposite in the one
Yep.
Yeah.
16.
Small mistakes.
And then Vetus, great work here. You were just donating missiles to the F-16, and he was just dodging them.
Yeah, you know,
One.
guys. Okay. I tell. I have to little different. I have to a little time to. I like to dogfight, and I'm using many planes to dogfight. And his merge will be pure dogfight. And I have to very cool missile to 73 and helmet locking. And I only waiting to his situation to F-16 little go to my distance and fire missiles. No, it's this situation for me will be easy, you know.
Yes. And you were on the 6 o'clock. Now, Laszlo and Vetus, did you guys know this happened?
No. I was completely. He was on data link, after link. I was completely concentrated on the guy so I could see on the right side. I was trying to sneak up. And yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
So-
Burgess, do you know?
But
Vetus,
guys,
did you see him there?
very cool fight, really.
They did a
will
great
be
job.
Yeah,
First
will
time.
be not easy to us, really. And congratulations to first match, and we'll see. To will be next time, who will be more lucky and
Right.
you know and situation to win.
So, Vetus, I've got a question for you.
Mhm.
First match to second match. This is DDCS's first competitive match, right?
Mhm.
So
Ever.
between the first match and the second match, did you see a drastic change? Like, did you feel a big change in the way their team was working?
Hard question, you know.
Yeah. Like, I
but-
mean, did you guys feel more pressure in the second round than you did in the first round?
Yes, of course. Always this
Okay.
is, guys. Always this is because you know first half is this is begin to match. Many teams have it to first half not good, but second half it's difference, very big difference. You know, 118%, 180 degrees. Sometimes this team to changing strategy, changing aggressive. You know, many things is second half is always different to first half, and never I think to going to in mind to we win first half and will be only pure second half and we win not problem. No, it's I think it's not good road to things. Always must be 100% focus and try everything to doing every to what you want and angry to win and will be to fly 100%, never less.
Okay. So, good fight, guys.
Great fight, guys.
Awesome match.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
And never give up. It may
Yes,
take
yes,
you
never
1
give up.
year,
Never.
2 years, 5 years, and then you will win. Maybe.
Yeah, I was going bonsai in the end there. It was
No, but
gonna get
like
a couple kills there.
depending on how you do in the competition. I mean, right now, guys, and Vetus, I'm not picking on Team Waterfuck because you guys are a great team, Team Waterfuck. But the fact that DDCS killed 4 out of 6 airplanes in their second fight ever. I think that is
Very
a great
competitive.
job. Like, great job. Don't give up.
Yeah,
It was a
cool,
bit
cool.
unfortunate.
Yeah, I think at one
I'm
time
addicted.
we had more than the enemy, I think, or the opponent. What if?
Oh yeah, you guys were up 4-2 at one point. 3-2.
4-3 right here.
4-3.
So this is,
Yep.
I've got it up on the
Yeah.
screen right now. This is where everything went sideways because Team WDF was in trouble, and then the greatest airplane and the greatest pilot in the world, of course, the flanker pilot, made all the difference.
Yeah,
'Cause-
it's crazy how quickly like the momentum of the fight can change.
Yeah, so it's like
I-
one
I-
splash,
I'd
two
say-
splash, boom.
say
This is
then-
match. This is match is guys. Flat terrain is you read the situation to flat terrain, but you have to many places to cover the mountains, high mountains specifically. You always have a question who will beat his places, not the sneaky try kill, and then his map. It's possible to try his tactics, try to cover, try will be to sneaky.
I feel like if this was flat terrain here with us being up 2 players,
It would have been a different game.
Yeah,
I think it would have
especially,
been very
like,
different.
I would say one thing is with our server, which is why I feel like we kind of mess up a bit. We're not used to data link, first of all. I mean, second of all, we're used to having chappies and IR and everything in the mountains. So it's not very common for us to be down low.
Yep.
You can see we're all pretty high. Like we should be probably in the mountains more.
Mhm.
But I feel like subconsciously us being wary of IR and stuff
IR
like
got
that.
the tailpipe. Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
a good opportunity for you guys to recognize where you need to focus training.
Oh yeah. It's
And I
so
think-
beginner training, man.
I do have one question before we end this, and that is Vetus and actually, who's the commander? Who's the official commander over on the
Z.
DDCS?
Amazing.
All right, Z. So here's a question.
What's up?
This is round 1. What were your feelings right now when you were sandwiched like an Oreo cookie?
Yeah, so we're gonna go
This was
all
a
the way
tough
back to
spot.
This is what I kind of wanted to debrief on. We talked about this when we all got shot down in the first round. We were trying to make adjustments for the second one.
Yep.
We realized between the rounds while we were waiting that our 2-2-2 basically crashed on the point where we played into What-the-Fuck's 3-on-3, and we had to make adjustments in flight within the round for 2 aircraft to split off. Like you see me splitting off to the north to try to go
Yep.
support our J11s.
That's right.
And basically, also in lieu of that, we also recognized that our combat spread was way too apart. Where
I think you were at
this ended up
40 miles.
Yeah, this is why we ended up being sandwiched because we were too spread apart from our north and south group.
Yeah, 55 miles here. You guys were right along the edges, so
I was having radar. I don't know what was going on with my radar halfway through that. If you rewind a little bit, I can.
know.
Right before I turned off there in that I'm the guy doing the S near the north side.
oh yeah, right here.
Nah,
No,
yeah, that guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
there you
So if you rewind before that, the guy that was in front of me, I saw him visual. I turned around. I thought maybe I could pop a shot off on him that would be within like the kill range. I saw him visually. I could not get him on radar.
So
And I was
Yeah.
close enough, high enough, and fast enough that I couldn't. And if I had gotten that kill off,
Could have
maybe
changed.
it may have
Yeah.
changed the momentum there.
Yeah.
But
So
I
the-
was
I
also
was-
the first one to die because I'm an idiot.
So
I know what happened though. There is
Yeah.
a bug that's been on the flankers for a very long time, and I asked you, were you on EORL there, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a bug. If you lock a target with a radar, you turn on your EO to support the radar with the EO, and then you lose the lock. It stays in EORL, and it's impossible to lock anything else
That's
until you
right.
turn off the radar again.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You
That's-
just got to
I got
keep
caught in
cycling
that.
it. Yeah.
yeah,
So no.
on off, on off. So,
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what happened in the pressure, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So I just want to know how hectic, like you flew your first match and all of a sudden you had this like decompressed time between the matches,
It
right?
was nice.
But was it like a hectic conversation, or were you guys like, wow, okay, that just happened? Like, what do we do? Or was it like a holy what the?
I think we all
And-
expected it. I think we
We
all
were like,
expected for that
we
hammer to
know,
get dropped
yeah.
on us, and then
Okay.
you know, hey, we talked about it. We said, all right, let's adjust, and we'll go 3-3, and not be so spread out from each other. And
Mhm.
we ended up actually being on top of each other, which the pendulum might
was
have swung
worried.
the other way.
Yeah,
in that regard.
Yeah, you guys had 7-mile separation, and you guys had 6 versus 4, and I was really worried that I was going to see a friendly fire shot, like an EO friendly fire kind of situation. So glad we didn't have that. So
No,
good
we were
communication there.
talking there. Check your targets. We're stacked
Yep.
together. But yeah, I mean, I think it was nice because the lower guys were covering the. We knew there was somebody low. We knew Vetus, or I don't know if it was him, but we knew there was somebody down sneaking. At least 1 or 2. We were trying to cover
Yep.
the high guys, the low guys.
Absolutely. So, but anyways,
Awesome. Thanks, guys. That was awesome.
good flights, and I think anything else from you, Plasma, or are we wrapping it up?
I think we'll see everybody next time. There's more fights tomorrow. Check the go to the SATAC Discord. Go to the Air Show's Twitch stream tomorrow. I think the matches are starting as early as 1500.
Yeah, he's got one at 1500 Zulu and one at 1800 Zulu.
There you go, and we'll
Wanna
leave it
hear
with the sponsor screen.
DCS,
All right, guys. Thanks a lot, and we are out of here.
Thanks for hosting.
Thank you.
thank you.
And congratulations, guys, and good luck to next fight.
Thank you.